I informed Garesh-Ri and Chimera about what happened in Rimmon. They're mobilizing our remaining forces even as we speak. Now tell me, what did you learn at the Desert Wind Adeptorium? I often wondered who Cadwell was before he became a soul shriven. I know the tales of the betrayer, but I never equated the two. The Cadwell we know is so not that. We'll deal with Zumog Foom after we save Riverhold. Anything else to report? Well, that's a bit of welcome news. Many of the adepts have remarkable martial skills that we could surely make use of. Speaking of which, are you ready to help defend the city? For now, recover your strength and prepare yourself. Euraxia's forces will arrive soon, and we'll need you ready for the battle to come. And here, take this. Garesh-Ri keeps handing me pouches, but I have little use for Khajiiti gold. Multiple Cadwells, necromancers, dragons, and now Euraxian soldiers marching on Riverhold. This day just keeps getting better and better. Regardless, there's much to do and not a lot of time to do it. Yes, but Garesh-Ri's scouts report that they're on their way. Our parley seems to have aroused Euraxia's anger. What remains of Elsweyr's militia has taken up positions around town, but I fear they are too few in number. They need your help. Garesh-Ri has placed the defense of the city in Chimera's hands. She moves the Desert Wind adepts, every volunteer she could muster, and what remains of the militia like pieces on a game board. Report to her, and she'll give you your orders. Find Chimera outside and see what she requires. Euraxian soldiers will soon reach Riverhold. When that happens, all oblivion will break loose. You must have taken a more serious beating than I thought at Desert Wind. Oh, very well. After I inadvertently had some small part in releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus, I came to Elsweyr to find a way to rectify the situation. So your memory isn't totally addled? Yes. But we discovered that the Khajiit had more to deal with than just the dragons. My half-sister, Euraxia, the usurper queen of Rimmon, has aligned with the great beasts and necromancers to conquer Elsweyr. Just that Cadwell, the gallant knight of Cold Harbor, seems to be involved. Well, his physical remains, anyway. Zumog Foom seeks Cadwell the Betrayer's severed body parts in order to restore the evil knight. To what end? I have no idea. According to Khajiiti legend, Cadwell the Betrayer was one of the heroes who helped Kunzar-Ri imprison the dragons in the halls of Colossus. Euraxia employs the necromancer Zumog Foom and his cadre of dark mages. He reanimated Cadwell's head.
I sent Chimera out to coordinate the city's defenses while Tharn and I continue to refine our strategy. Can we hold this city, or should we fall back? I hope the battle mage can pull a miracle out of his ear, but we cannot count on that. Chimera knows Riverhold and its people well. Her training has prepared her for this. She is more than capable of organizing our defenses and converting our strategies into actionable tactics. She is very good at getting things done. When Euraxia first conquered our home, she occupied the entire upper tier of Northern Elsweyr, from Riverhold to Rimmon. It took many years and much blood to retake the northwest and confine her to Rimmon. I have no doubt she will attack. It won't be easy, but our strategy is sound and Chimera excels at executing tactics. Between Captain Nalado's remaining warriors and the Desert Wind adepts you brought, we should have the forces we need, provided Euraxia does not send a dragon.
Oh, this
We need your
great
cart to
majesty
help
of
barricade the
Bridget
city,
was my
Grishka.
Then
The main will compensate you
pass
for
off
any
in the
damage.
tiny little nook.
I knew nothing good would come of Abner Tarn's efforts to make peace with the usurper queen. Now she turns her attention to Riverhold. We must protect the city, no matter what Euraxia throws at us. So many have answered the call. Zamorak and the Desert Wind adepts, the people of Riverhold. Even that strange Cadwell. And now you, Fiveclaw. Excellent! I have things that need to be done, but not enough hands to do them. If you are willing. The outlying farms are vulnerable to attack. We need to get the farmers inside the walls before Euraxia's forces arrive. Go to Greenleaf Farm and convince Zazie to move her family. After that, I will send word as to what I need you to do next.
Wait, Walker. Zamorak will accompany you. This one would go with you to the Greenleaf Farm. The farmers there were kind when Zamorak passed that way on his return. He would help you convince them to find safety inside the town. Exile. Circumstances force Zamorak to leave the land he loves. This one never imagined returning to Elsweyr, but here he is. Zamorak will help, though he prefers to utilize his healing skills over his martial abilities. Zamorak understands, but that may be easier said than done. The last time this one used his martial skills, well, things did not go well. We can discuss this more later. Now let us go help the farmers. The farm lies to the northwest of the town. The fastest way to reach the farm is through the gate in the western wall.
Sunlight, flowers, fresh air. How do you people tolerate this dreadful place? There's no azure plasm, no comfy sounds of torment. There's not even a hint of the sweet scent of oblivion. Alas, I miss the simple pleasures of Cold Harbor.
Euraxians, here! We expected an attack from the east and south, but they've somehow encircled the town.
Get out, servant of the usurper queen. Before this one, close your eyes! Who are you to burst into our home without permission? Wait, this one recognizes the brawny adept standing behind you. What do you want with Zazie and her family? The Euraxians are already here! They seem to be searching for something. Though so far, they have left us alone. But this one's mate and brother, Kinaro and Hirsch, they are still in the fields. And we will not run while our family remains separated. You would do that? Thank you, Walker. Kinaro would try to hide, but my brother, Hirsch, can be hot-headed, and he hates the Euraxians. A lethal combination when faced with Euraxian steel. Please, hurry. This one's son plans to join the militia. Zazi would rather keep him safe, but children never appreciate the advice of their elders, yes? A few small caves lie to the west, in the hills. We use them for storage as they stay cool and dark, even on the hottest days.
I should be the one to search for father and uncle, not these outsiders.
Hey! You'll do no such thing!
Stay back! Go away! Haven't you done enough? Zazie, is she safe? Thank John and Jode. Dark moons, what a disaster. The soldiers appeared and chased us out of the fields. Then they started digging. Hirsch threw a rock. They responded with an arrow. Now my mate's brother is dead. I heard one of the soldiers mention body parts. Such gruesome work. But no one is buried in our fields, at least as far as I know. Oh, Walker, I have no idea how Zazie will react to the news of Hirsch's death. Dark moons indeed.
This one will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars.
Thank you, Adept. I'll go and break the sad news to Zazie.
Go, Walker. Convince Zazie to take her family and flee. Zamarak will find you later, after he completes the rite. This one is not a defenseless farmer. He will say the words to guide Hirsch to the sands behind the stars. It is the least this one can do. Zamarak wishes that were so. But if wishes were moon sugar, we would be buried under a mountain of sweetness. If this one had not failed a long time ago, none of this would be happening. Now Zamarak must perform this rite. When a true Khajiit dies, they are welcomed to the sands behind the stars. There, they play and pray until the next pounce. The words that this one sings will summon Kenarthi to carry off Hirsch's soul.
We all grieve for Hirsch, Miniza.
This one's brother now walks the endless sands behind the stars. Zazie's sorrow is only eclipsed by the hatred she feels towards the Araxians. This one's brother would want us to stay here and defend our farm. Zazie would be a poor sister and a poorer matriarch of this family if she tucked her tail between her legs and slunk away. But... Damn you, Walker! We can't even spare a moment to take care of Hirsch's remains? No. The living are more important than the dead. We will go into the city. However, if this one gets killed anyway, she promises to haunt you.
Ah, Five Claw, good. I have another task for you. I hoped to catch you before you were done here. I need you to head west. Nalado's scouts identified a number of Euraxian supply camps set up near the mountains. I want you to help Nalado and her soldiers disrupt the Euraxian supply lines. These western camps support the soldiers that encircle the city. Find the camps, startle their horses, and set fire to their wagons. Nalado's soldiers will grab whatever supplies they can, but your goal is to inflict mayhem and destruction. Once you scare off the horses and set fire to the wagons, that will be the signal for Nalado's soldiers to grab the supplies. And if any of the Euraxians complain, feel free to deal with them however you see fit. Zumog Fum! He wants to resurrect the betrayer from the ancient tales of Kunzari. Ever since Abner Tharn made the Moonsingers recall those legends, we have been haunted by them. But that is the next problem. First, we must protect Riverhold. Do some damage, Five Claw. You were right, Five Claw. They are searching. Searching for body parts. Gruesome work. The Euraxians are scavengers, Five Claw. No, worse than scavengers. Not yet, but they have surrounded us, like a noose around our neck and about to be drawn tight. I will return to Riverhold. Tell Gareshri and Tarn what we have seen. When Euraxia first arrived, her forces swept through the region and took control of most of northern Anequina. From Riemann to Riverhold, she held sway. Thanks to Gareshri and the militia, we liberated Riverhold. Then the dragons came.
Ah, Five Claw, just in time. Gamira told you what to do, yes? Mayhem. Such a beautiful word, especially when applied to dung-covered Euraxians. This one will keep the volunteers safe while you cause an uproar in the camp. You did hear what Nalado said, yes? About the volunteers? Our militia consists of a few trained troops, plus many well-intentioned civilians who do not know the sword from a scissor. Guess which ones accompanied Nalado on this mission? sleek and lively. Grab what you can. Quickly, take as much as you can carry. Well done, Five Claw. Let's talk over there. If those dungheads had proper tails, what we did to their supply camps would put a kink in them. One more small task, Five Claw, if you are willing. This one would have you help the strange one named Cadwell. Cadwell was adamant about helping our cause. He's been tinkering with bits and scraps, claims he's made traps to slow down the Iraxians. If you would, help the strange one set his traps where the Iraxians are sure to spring them. Cadwell works along the main road that heads south out of Riverhold. Make sure he doesn't blow himself to bits, yes? Now, Nalado must return to the city before the Iraxians arrive in force. This one wants to be there when the battle truly begins.
So good to see you again. I missed you terribly. Now, mind where you step. I had no idea I could make such delightful murder toys. You don't want to stick a toe into any of them, though. Threw my little piggy right off. I can play a lute. Magnificent swordplay, my speciality. Can even make a delicious Daedra heart flambe. But these doodads that go kaboom just popped into my head while thinking about how to help the catfolk. I quite like the catfolk. Wouldn't that be remarkable? Decide you need to know something, and it just occurs to you in a flash of inspiration. Chocolate souffle. No, it didn't work. More likely, it's something I knew before they chopped my head off and scrambled my memories. Took it right off the old body, yes. Not that I recall details. Probably better that way. Anywho, you can help me arm the last few traps along the road. Just twiddle the spring and tweak the fiddly bit. Carefully. Watch. I'll show you. To arm a trap, just twiddle this bit like so, and... oh dear. I'm fine. I twiddled when I should have tweaked, just a wee bit scorched, that's all. Oh my, it's happening again. Well, that's an evil-looking orc. A necromancer, I do believe. I recognize that tree. They're on their way to Riverhold. That's not good. Not good at all. And I have enough trouble seeing through my own eyes, let alone someone else's. I hope this doesn't become a regular occurrence. The betrayer's head. I'm not sure why we're connected or why it insists on showing me the most disturbing images. I saw an orc necromancer, dreadful chap. He's coming to Riverhold and he's bringing his nasty undead chums with him. Rubbish and poppycock. That makes no sense. What's the... Wait. I remember something. The betrayer. Those loon priests called me that. Right before they... Well, we need to warn the cat people. The necromancer is coming and he's bringing undead.
For Queen Euraxia!
Riverhold with cats so bold. I'll see you there if truth be told.
Over here, Five Claw. Let us talk.
They're definitely on their way, Chimera. Euraxians with perfectly aligned teeth.
We must get inside and prepare to defend the town. Euraxia's forces are on their way. More undead. Just like at the Defense Force outpost. Regular troops are bad enough, but shambling corpses. They unsettle even the most seasoned Khajiiti warrior. We need to warn Gareshri. Almost. I wish we had another day and another pride of warriors, but our claws are sharp. Finish your business, then tell me when you are ready. We will enter the town, clear the streets, and set the final defenses before we report to Gareshri. Speaker, we have news!
Report, Chimera.
The Euraxians have necromancers in their ranks.
The usurper queen dare send undead against us? Five Claw, find Captain Naledo and warn her. Too much Khajiiti blood has been spilled to allow Euraxia to retake this city. Expert planning and flawless execution. They encircled the city and came at us from all sides. Euraxia's hired soldiers are well trained. The Northern Elsweyr defense force is not to be trifled with, but it's a militia, not a professional army. I have complete faith in our forces. Any Khajiit is worth 2 Euraxians. But when you add in the undead, the odds turn more desperate. Which is why you need to warn Captain Naledo. A split second could mean the difference between victory or defeat. The captain took command of the forces defending the town square. Warned her about the necromancers and the possibility of undead aiding the Euraxians. I have no doubt she developed a strategy after the events at the outpost.
If you told me a year ago that I would be wandering elsewhere on behalf of the Khajiit to deal with a rage of dragons, I would have turned you into a newt for spouting such nonsense. Yet here we are.
Strike hard! Drive back the Uraxians! 5 Claw, did the speaker send orders?
Riverhold belongs to Queen Euraxia, cats!
Grave-robbing cur!
Every death is just a new recruit for Euraxia's army!
This one hates killing the same fools again and again! This one must warn the others.
The Necromancer's spell will animate every corpse in town, but this one has an idea. Meet Zamarak at the temple, and maybe we can disrupt the spell. This one must be at peace to memorize the inscription. They spilled blood in this sacred place. Zamarak and the prayer are one. Come, let us find the blessed pillar of the spring moon. As long as the necromantic spell remains in place, the dead will keep rising. Deal with the undead while Zamarak recites the prayer. Bakri Tashin. The spring moon has sanctified the ground. Let us proceed to the summer moon. Deal with the undead while this one activates the pillar of the summer moon. Bakri Jashin. One more, the pillar of the winter moon, near Kahajab Hall. Vabakri Frisin. The moon pillars are activated. Riverhold is sanctified.
It's working! The dead are dead again!
Wait. Something. Something is coming.
Dark moons! Dragons!
We can't fight dragons!
This one will order the retreat.
Such pathetic creatures. Flee before Calgronted, you insignificant morsels!
No. Riverhold belongs to the Khajiit.
Chimera, consider your next words very carefully.
Now I'll speak the words my people need to hear. We are Khajiit. We are the children of Alkosh, the daughters and sons of Joan and Jode. We do not run, even from dragons.
Bolokdan! Prove your worth! Destroy these paltry insects!
Stand with me, people of Anequina, for I am Kamira, daughter of King Hemakar. I am your queen. Now, Five Claw! Use the ballista and drive the dragon to the ground! Well done! Now finish this!
Bolokdan will crush you!
The dragon is dead! All hail Queen Carmira!
Well fought! We have shown that the Khajiit will not run, not even from a dragon!
All hail Chimera, daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara!
Soon, Rimmen and all of Anequina will once again belong to us. The reign of the usurper queen nears its end. On this, I give you my word as the heir of Anequina, the daughter of King Hemakar, and the true queen of Rimmen.
We have plans to make. War Council, with me.
The speaker is correct. There's still work to do. Let's convene in Kaharjab Hall.
Can you believe it, Five Claw? Our queen still lives. Now more than ever, we truly have something to fight for.
Thank you for helping defend Riverhold from the Usurper Queen's forces. And killing a dragon! That was amazing! I just wish Chimera had not revealed herself in quite so open a fashion. Chimera is indeed the daughter of King Hemakar and Queen Numara. She alone survived the murder of the royal family and has served as my aide ever since. The men and I hoped to reveal her identity after we had the Euraxia situation more well in hand. A mistake? No. I trust her instincts. She will make a good queen for our people. But Chimera lets her emotions get the better of her, and she can be reckless. I worry that those tendencies could end her rule before it truly begins. Euraxia killed most of the palace staff and quickly spread word that the royal family was dead. Chimera hid in plain sight, often working far from Rimmen, and her pendant protects her from magical detection. Now, talk to Tharn. Plans must be made.
Our people have someone to fight for, and that makes Nalado purr with contentment. But there is still much to do before Anequina is free.
You helped give my people hope, Five Claw. That is a debt I will be hard-pressed to repay. Let us consult with Lord Gareshri and Abner Tarn. We have the rest of this war to plan out. Not to mention Cal Grontid and the dragons to deal with. I am the heir to the throne of Rimmon. All of Anequina, to be exact. But I will not officially become the queen until the Main recognizes my lineage and heritage. Before that can happen, we need to remove Euraxia and her ilk from my palace. I have not forgotten. Both the dragons and the necromancers can be defeated, though. You have shown that. We will find a way to prevail. We have to. Mulamnir and his superior Cal Grontid, however. I expect they will not go down so easily. I want to take the fight directly to the usurper queen, roust her from the palace and take back what is ours. The War Council must decide, however. Lord Garishri still commands the militia, and Abner Tarn formulates our strategies.
You killed a dragon. Impressive, but don't let it go to your head. It was just one, and not even that large of a specimen. Plus, of course, no one will remember your feat. They're all going to be talking about the return of their queen. I had every faith in your ability to handle the situation. There was no need to intervene and tarnish your moment of glory. Besides, my considerable strategic skills serve the Khajiiti cause better than my battle magic. I leave the mayhem to you. Honestly, I had no idea. Chimera's rousing words were all well and good, but it will take more than inspiring speeches and old siege weapons to take down my half-sister. Based on recent events, only one course of action makes sense. We must strike at Rimmon and remove my half-sister from the throne before she rallies her forces. First, however, take this. Compensation for stopping the undead and killing a dragon. My half-sister continues to be an embarrassment to our family name. The time has come to deal with Euraxia. Permanently. Half-sister. And yes, if it comes to that. Euraxia conquered Rimmon without authorization. She oppressed the Khajiit, unleashed hordes of undead, and made a deal with the dragons. If we don't depose her, I hate to imagine what she'll do next. Who said anything about a direct assault? Subterfuge is called for. I suggest a small group slip into the palace, locate Euraxia, and remove her from the throne by any means necessary. Talk to Gareshri. He knows someone who can get us inside.
Now that I have revealed my true heritage, we need to act quickly, Lord Speaker.
I agree with the princess. The time has come to remove my half-sister from the throne.
Queen Tarn. I have not been a princess in a very long time.
I stand corrected. Queen Chimera. You said you had a way to get us into the palace, Lord Speaker?
I do. Five Claw, let us speak.
A small strike force, like an arrow loosed at a specific target. Nalado approves of this plan.
As much as it galls me to admit, I agree with Tarn. The time has come for the true Queen of Anequina to vanquish the usurper queen. She defiles my family's throne with her heinous presence. Have you really forgotten how I revealed my true heritage? Or how you helped save Riverhold from hordes of undead and a rampaging dragon? Stop tugging my whiskers, Fiveclaw. Such events do not slip one's mind so easily.
I have preparations to make before we launch our assault on the palace. Speak to Lord Garish Ree. He thinks he knows a way we can slip inside without immediately alerting Euraxia's guards.
Like most of Abnur plans, it is both brilliant and daring. If it has any chance to succeed, however, we need a way to get a small force into the palace without being seen. Luckily, I may have an answer. The former custodian of the palace, he knew the place like the back of his paw. Remarkably, he survived Euraxia's conquest and the purge of the royal family. Find him, and he should be able to provide us with an unseen path into the palace. Aneshi. He served as castellan for Rimin Palace under King Hamekar. You can find Aneshi southeast of here, where he now cares for a shrine to the ancient hero Kunzari. Learn what he knows. Then meet the rest of the strike force in Rimin.
Fiveclaw! I decided to join you. Aneshi deserves to hear that I still live in my own words.
Welcome to Aneshi's humble shrine to Kunzari. Here, we remember the tales of the hero of ancient Elsweyr.
I do not want to shock the old Castellan. You speak with him first. Prepare him, so that when he learns a member of the royal family still lives, he does not faint or run away or do anything rash.
Old Aneshi doesn't get many visitors, friend. Few find much comfort in the ancient tales of Kunzari during these trying times. Wait, Aneshi recognizes your friend. She is grown now, more serious, but this one knows Princess Kamira Baijod. Aneshi's beloved wife, Zaima, worked with the militia for a time after we avoided Euraxia's purge of the palace. Passed along information until the Euraxians caught her. They killed her in the palace courtyard. If Aneshi can help, he will do so. Then you need to enter the palace crypts. A forgotten passage in the crypts leads to the royal kitchens. Aneshi will write down directions to where he hid his master key. The key opens a door in the sewer under the palace that leads to the crypts.
Jode above. Old Aneshi can hardly believe his eyes. Princess Camira.
It is truly me, Castellan. But I am Queen Camira now. We will throw the usurper from my father's throne.
We stayed close to the castle. Zaima, my brave and beloved wife, she passed information to the militia until the vile Euraxians got. After that, Aneshi came here to restore this ancient shrine. This one will help you as best he can, my queen.
I will visit with Aneshi, Five Claw. Recover the Master Key and meet me in Riemann.
The hero Kunzari was enamored of moon sugar pies. He loved them, even defeated the giant Droll by eating 401 in a single sitting. Or was it 402? Oh, the moon singers don't all agree, you see. Aneshi has always been the custodian of one ancient site or another. Once it was the Rimin Palace. Now it is this unassuming shrine. After Euraxia had my beloved Zaima killed, this one sought peace. Aneshi found it here. Kunzari's tales not only entertain, they provide valuable lessons that resonate even in the current day. Did you know this ancient site has long been associated with the sleek hero? This was where he acquired Brukra's never-empty coin purse. Acquired, stole, tomato. It happened here. Although some texts put this as the place where he first bedded Fair and Equina, the two events share certain commonalities. Pilgrims, moonsingers, traders, many visit this humble shrine. Zaima was fiery and brave, all sharp claws and clever wits. Skills that this one has never possessed. She hid her anger and watched the Euraxians. When Zaima was captured and executed, Aneshi fled. This one was afraid. It wasn't a shrine then, just tumbled walls and crumbling ruins. Aneshi has worked hard to preserve the site, restore it to its former glory. This one still has much work to do in that regard. But seeing the princess again, it makes Aneshi proud. Kunzari's tales not only entertain, they provide valuable lessons that resonate even in the current day.
I will not linger long, but I want to spend a few moments with Aneshi. Find the Master Key, then rendezvous with us outside Riemann. Castellan Aneshi oversaw the palace and was responsible for some of my training. Where do you think I learned the stories of Kunzari? His wife Zaima served as my governess. I have very fond memories of my time with her. Aneshi's wife was kind, generous. She cared for me and my siblings as though we were her own children. She could be firm, too, when discipline was required. Prior to Gareshri, Zaima was the best teacher I ever had. Well, Zaima and Aneshi, both. To what end? Aneshi was safer not knowing my secret. We knew that he and his wife had survived, knew that she was a spy for the militia. When I heard she had been killed, my heart broke. But I had a duty to remain hidden until the proper time. Aneshi is an expert on all the heroes and gods of the Khajiit pantheon. His vivid stories about Kunzari were always my favorites, though. As I grew older, I realized that every story taught a lesson. They helped form the person I am today. Oh, you sound like Captain Nalado and Zamarak. Both wanted to accompany me, but I was an agent for the Main before I became queen. I will not be coddled. Meet up with the rest of the strike team in Riemann after you get the key. I will join you shortly.
wouldn't want such a cozy little home?
I heard that a necromancer named Bastari stopped the undead plague in the Ashen Scar. Though maybe she helped the person who actually stopped it.
Right, Moons, that's good news. This one never wants undead flowing out of the Ashen Scar. More solutions before more problems is a better trend.
Agreed, but I want to reiterate how suspicious I am of these necromancer's motives. Any necromancer's motives. I don't know. This seems too convenient.
No, this one agrees with you. Always question a necromancer's motives. Those who do not inevitably suffer.